Hey guys, long time no see. If you're friends with me on TikTok, though, you've seen me. So yeah, you know who it is. You know what we're doing. Let's get into it.
Accounts when he and I met and he fell in love with her and he hired her. When I say they fell in love, I mean it. Whenever he and I would have a disagreement, she'd always tell me to consider his point of view. When he cheated, I think she knew it all along and only told me because my 10-year-old daughter saw him with this woman. Excuse me. My daughter kept referencing his daddy's friend at work, so I asked my mother and she spilled the tea. Our relationship hasn't been the same since then, and she said it's because I divorced my husband. Her belief is that I should have kept my family together no matter what. The things my husband did for his girlfriend were the same things he did for me, so it wasn't the cheating that got to me, it was the time he spent with her and the trip he took her on. I asked my mother to reconsider working for him, and she said that whatever we had going on should not affect her money.
Ooh.
Our own daughter doesn't talk to my ex right now because she
I don't
figured
blame
out
her.
who Daddy's friend was. My mother called recently and said she's trying to get the family together for Thanksgiving, and she wants me there. She said my ex will be there, will be doing the turkey, and she would cook everything else. How can my own mother be so ignorant and invite him to
You
dinner?
just answered your question.
Should I show up and curse them both out?
No.
Well, you know, that sounds good on paper. It really does, but this is bad. I mean, this situation is bad. And yes, your mom is really wrong.
Yes.
I don't advise you to curse your mom out. I mean, after all, she's all the way wrong. I agree with you 100%, but she is your mom.
All blood and kin, shorty.
She's not acting much like a mom, though.
All blood and kin.
Because her loyalty should be to you at all times.
All
and not
skin
your
folk
ex.
and kinfolk.
He's cheating. He's your ex-husband. She knew about it, didn't tell you. She was keeping these secrets.
Cut her off.
All because of money? Is
Cut
that
her
why she
off.
was doing it? I think this had to hurt you.
Cut her off.
This is some kind of betrayal on your mom's part. The best thing you could do is decline her crazy, thoughtless, inconsiderate dinner invitation.
Cut her
Don't
off.
go, please. Make
Ain't
your
no
own
decline.
plans
Cut her
for
ass
you and
off.
your baby girl, your daughter, maybe some friends or whatever. But the main thing is to forget what they have going on. at
Cut
the
her
mom's
off,
house
Shirley.
and just let that go. Your mother is just, ugh. Anyway, after the holidays, I say continue to distance yourself. This is a toxic
Cut
situation.
off. Cut
Stay
off.
away
Cut off.
from it. And let them do their thing. Let them do her. If she wants to stay over there with him, you know, the lines are
They
crossed.
fell
The
in
line
love.
is thin.
I
It's
don't
divided
understand
now.
that comment.
Don't let her make you feel guilty for divorcing him. That was a while ago.
Is
And
this
you definitely did the wrong thing if he was doing all this stuff that your mother said. And he obviously was. This
What's
is
love
just
got
so
to do
wrong
with that
on so
stuff?
many levels, Steve.
Maybe it's just me.
My mother and my ex are besties. I
They're more
don't
than
get
besties.
this, especially from a male perspective.
They're more
I
than
just don't
besties.
understand how this operates and functions. But when you're talking about dysfunctional people, then it's a little bit easier. You've been divorced for 3 years. You moved away to start new. Your husband was a big cheater. And your mother finally told you after having an affair with
She
a
might
woman
have
for
been
over
one of his-
6 months, your mother is employed by your ex-husband as his
The
accountant.
mama.
Here's where the problem is right here. So he's got too busy to do very well in a small town they're in.
I don't
My
give a
mother
damn.
was a retired accountant
I don't
when
care.
he and I met, and he fell in love with her, and he hired her. Now, here's the problem with the letter. When I say they fell in love, I mean it.
What you mean?
There's a lot in that statement.
Exactly.
Ma'am.
What do you
And I
mean
don't have
when they
the
fell in
time to
love?
unpack it, but I'll just rearrange some stuff in the luggage.
Come on.
Whenever he told me, whenever we had a disagreement, the girl's mother would always tell her to consider his point of view.
Love.
Then
I
when
mean,
the
what's
dude
love got to
cheated,
do with it?
The lady wrote the letter saying, I think she knew it all
She
along.
did. She
and
might
only
have been
told
one of
me
them.
because my 10-year-old daughter saw him with this woman.
That's just one of
So
them.
I'm assuming that she had the daughter before she married the man, because she refers to the daughter as my 10-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And then the daughter kept referencing daddy's friend at work. So you asked your mother and she spilled the tea. Our relationship hasn't been the same since then, and she said it was because
Google
I
says,
divorced my husband. Her
82
belief is
degrees
I should
in
have kept
Wilkinson
my family
Heights.
together no matter what.
Sunny.
Now, I think, ma'am, this is where you got a little bit going on. Maybe your mother tried to stay out of your business, didn't have solid proof like the daughter didn't. She just saw him somewhere, and your husband told her this is daddy's friend from work. That's why the daughter was referencing the woman as daddy's friend.
Hang on,
and I
Steve.
think your mother's just trying to stay out of it, but I give you the real scoop.
All right, we'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, my mother and my ex are besties. We'll get back into it right after this.
All right, guys. Okay, guys, here we go with part 2. Let's give it a
Steve,
listen.
let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, my mother and my ex are besties.
They more than besties, baby.
This woman's
So
been
take it for what
divorced
it's
for 3
worth.
years from her husband, who was a big cheater on her. When she met her husband, they introduced him to her mother. Her mother fell in love with him, and the girl says, fell in love with him. Like I said earlier, I think there's something behind that, but I don't have time to unpack that because you didn't mention that in the letter.
You don't have
your
to. Those
daughter,
words
who
said
obviously
it all.
you had before you married this man, made a reference one day to daddy's friend at work. You inquired to your mother about who daddy's friend was. Finally, she spilled the tea. She didn't have to then, but she said, well, and I think your mother was trying to stay out of y'all's business because she didn't have solid proof that the man was cheating, but she had some inkling. So when you came to her, she told you she think the man is cheating. And then y'all's relationship ain't been the same since because you thought your mother should have told you right away.
Exactly.
Well, it ain't your mama's business, and I think that may
That's
have
your
something to
daughter.
do with it. But then your mother says it's because you divorced your husband, and her belief is you should have kept your family together no matter what.
What's love got to do with it?
Now,
I'm telling you.
Here's what you say the problem is. You say the problem is the things your ex-husband did for his girlfriend were the same things he did for me. So it wasn't the cheating that got me. It was the time he spent with her and the trip he took on. That's the cheating.
That's the cheating.
See, sisters, don't.
That's the action.
Yeah, don't talk about no. He did the
Don't
same thing
dismiss
for me.
one for the other.
That's what cheating is. You seeing somebody while you seeing somebody else.
What's the little fella on
And
TikTok?
what do adults do when they see each other? They spend time together. How do they spend time together? They go somewhere. So what you sitting up here talking about, this the time he spent with her on the trip. What was they supposed to do?
What was they supposed to do?
Everybody don't have a fare at lunch in the back seat of the car.
Well,
He got
anyway.
money. He gonna do something a little bit different. So don't talk about it's the same things that got you. That's what cheating is, ma'am. You just trying to find another reason to say you didn't keep the family together, but you don't have to.
It wasn't on you.
You don't want to stay with the dude because he cheated. That's
It wasn't
all.
only on you.
Now, it gets a little sticky. You came to asked your mother to reconsider working for him, and she said that whatever we had going on should not affect her money.
If this ain't what love's got to
That's
do
an
with it,
interesting statement.
Yes, from your
But
mother.
it gets even more interesting, though. Our own daughter doesn't talk to my ex right now. Now it's our daughter, so I don't know when y'all had the baby skip that.
that's
Don't
neither
talk
here
to
nor
my
there.
ex right now because she figured out whose daddy friend was. My mother called recently and said she's trying to get the family together for Thanksgiving and she wants me there. Your mother is trying to repair the relationship, but she's stupid.
Why?
So she said your ex would be doing the turkey and she would cook everything else.
Is this? Can you say
Now,
dysfunctional?
here is the thing. The affair that the ex had is probably
Messaging says 91,968.
best thing he ever had.
Hiring now at Telelanguage, Marla.
He went to the mother to get you back.
Excuse me, guys.
So now the mother says she's trying to get the family together. Your ex is gonna be doing the turkey, and she will cook everything else. How can my own mother be so ignorant and invite him to dinner?
Because the mama getting a piece of something else besides money.
Oh, good. Your mama's so
It's okay.
She's so disloyal.
Some people have mamas that's ignorant. You got one. But now here's the danger I see in this. Should I show up and curse them both out? Of course not.
No.
Why add energy to that? Why
Thank
you
you.
getting dressed to go over there and cuss both of them out?
Leave it alone.
First of all, if I were you, I would try to fix the relationship with my mother.
I don't want nothing to do with her. Because somewhere down the line, I still say, no.
Life. Now,
Nope.
it sound like she wrong in this case.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I think the mama sleeping with him too.
But now, if your
I could
husband
be
is
wrong.
not trying to get back with you, which I think the case is, here is the spoiler alert. You said your husband fell in love with your mother, and I mean fell in love. Then let me make a statement about men, ladies, in case you want to know where you stand with a man.
I'm confused on this
If
thing.
you want to know where a man's heart is, the holidays is where he is.
I get it, but I don't get it how that really.
If you want to know
what I got to do
where
with the
a
mama?
man's heart is, the holidays is where he is.
What that got to do with the mother? I don't understand.
He's where he loves the family and he still loves her, is what you're saying, because he's going to be over at the mom's house for Thanksgiving.
Loves who? The wife or the mother?
Now, you could take that one of two ways. I don't think you think your mama is seeing this man.
I do.
But I do think your mother is attracted to his power.
I can see that too.
She said, oh, wow.
The power is money.
But hey.
Well, okay.
He done provided her with a job. She's told her you should have stayed with your family to hold your family together. Your mama old school.
That's cheap.
She cheating, Steve. I'm sorry. That woman is sleeping. She's sleeping or she has slept or she wants to sleep.
Sports Talk with Junior coming up at 46
It's a
minutes
sleeping in there
right
somewhere.
after this.
You're listening.
You say what you want to say. Now, heard what you say. Hey, look. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm standing 10 toes down on this one, baby. Mama done tested that out. Mama done test drove that car. Because mama is too into holding on to that. I mean, granted, it don't make sense. And I can understand what Steve is saying. But to me, it just seems, like I said, what's love got to do with it is where I'm at with this. Because it gives me it's giving me what's love got to do with it vibes. It really is giving me what's love got to do with it vibes. It really is all the way through. It's giving me what's love got to do with it. I personally would distance myself from my mama. I'm sorry. I would distance myself from my mother. If not forever, at least for a time. Because you knew he cheated. You knew about the girl. I mean, there's so much stuff that you, mama, you knew about. But I'm your daughter. You didn't think to tell me, honey, baby, sit down right here, let mama talk to you. No, you one of them, girl, a man gonna be a man type of mamas. Cause he slid you some money, you slid that thing in that extra, that mama purse up there. No, we don't get down like that, sugar. We don't get down like that. No. Mama know more than she's saying. Mama know way more than she's saying, honey. You, young lady, or lady, well, you younger than me, so you, young lady, are in the blind. I hate that happened to you, but yes, ma'am, you are in the blind. Don't go over there for Thanksgiving. Don't go over there for Thanksgiving. Don't go over there for Thanksgiving. Because in your mind, you going to just keep saying, he cheated on me. You going to look at your husband and go, he cheated on me. And you're going to look at your mom and go, and you knew about it. You knew about it, and you cheated on me. And that's going to ruin the whole thing. And the poor grandbaby, she caught up in the middle of all kinds of stuff. Now, she not happy with her daddy. She don't even know about grandma. Don't. Just you know what? Mama, I'm going to stay away from, I got to stay away from my peace of mind. Okay? At some point, I'm going to come back and talk to you about, not even about something about this. But no, I can't. Not right now. It's too fresh on me. Just give me a little time. You know, you want to go to work for him? Fine, because you don't want me to mess with your money. But I don't want you to mess with my peace. That's just me. When I feel like I'm stepping in or stepping over, I back the hell away. And that's with anybody. If I feel like I'm being too much of something or too into someone or what have the case may be, if I feel like I'm being too much with somebody, I will back all the way the hell away. I really will. I will. And people have noticed that. The people know me like that by now. I have lost friends, family, loved ones, you name it. Because if I feel like I'm doing too much in your space, I'm going to back up. So my advice to you, lady, back up. Back up and get a clear view of this whole thing. Because right now, you right here with it. And this stuff all I hear that you done missed. So my advice to you, back up. Get a wide span view. Because right now, you here. Get that full panoramic. That's just my advice. But this your girl, Miss Benjamin Buttons 01. Y'all know to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out.